It's that time of the year. It's time for Mid-Year Book Freakout Tag, the time when you realize how little you've read. Just kidding. Don't give yourself any pressure or let anyone tell you how much to read. I myself am trying to channel that positivity. This tag has been prevalent in the bookish community for years now, and I once did this tag on one of my blogs years ago, but it's been a while since I've done it. So this is it, I guess, my cue to do the tag once more. I've read so little this year, but I've decided I won't worry about it much. I'm trying. But since I have always loved this tag, hence I thought that let's try this once more. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Best book of 2025. For me, it's The Best Girls. It's a short story. Never underestimate the power of short fiction because they can hit you just as hard. And this one hit me hard. I cried reading this. I rarely cry reading books. I may cry watching an anime, but it doesn't happen when I read. There might be less than 5 books that made me cry in my whole life, and this turned out to be one of them. I really like the narrator, the characters, and the setting of the story. Note to self, I need to read more books by Min Jin Lee. Best sequel of 2025. This one would be a book my friend wrote. She read the previous story last year, and technically she didn't finish writing the sequel, but I've been pestering her to finish it. But for now she's busy, so what can be done? She told me not to disclose her name or the name of her fiction, so I'm afraid I can say this name here. 2025 new release, Water Moon. Anticipated release for the rest of 2025. I haven't really kept up with the releases that are supposed to come out in the later half of the year, so I went online to browse them and found a few books that caught my attention. Black Brain, The Captive, Spread Me, The Retreat, The Unveiling, Girl Dinner, All That We See or Seem, There Is No Anti-Mimetics Division, The Bookshop Below, and finally, A Resistance of Witches. Biggest disappointment of 2025? The Vegetarian. I loved the prose a lot, but the novel was split in 3 parts and I loved the first and the final segment, but the middle segment truly grossed me out. If I could, I would erase those pages from my brain. And I honestly didn't see what was the point of that part. But I loved the final segment a lot. Biggest surprise of the year? The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I went with 0 expectations and ended up loving the friendship of the girls. Favorite new author? Min Jin Lee. New fictional crush? There is none, sadly. Favorite new character? Again, sadly, there is none. I'm a bit picky about favorite characters. A book that made you cry this year. You've heard this already. It's The Best Girls. A book that made you happy this year. The Pale Horse and Parthalakorum. The most beautiful book that you bought this year. If on a Winter's Night, A Traveler. TBR for the rest of the year? There are way too many, but for now I'll read the books that I borrowed from my family and friends. Here are some examples. Istanbul, Memories in the City, 10 minutes and 38 seconds in this strange world, Ekushi February, and Master of the Game. Hope you enjoyed this book tag. See you in my next video. Bye!